Dear friends, let us have a discussion on the topic of consciousness. This is one of my favorite topic, and also I love to investigate, to conduct my research on the phenomenon of consciousness. So today this is another opportunity that we can have some short discussion on the topic of consciousness. I hope I'm audible and visible and you are available consciously for this session on consciousness. So let us have an effort to be conscious. An effort to be conscious, learning by doing, experiential learning. Learning by doing. As the topic is consciousness, so let us be conscious. So are you conscious? If you are conscious, so please write a comment that I am conscious that today my topic is consciousness. Let us see, this is laboratory. This is a lab. Are you here? Are you here? Are you aware what is going on? Do you understand what is happening? Do you understand my language? Do you agree with me what I am saying? Do you have some other thoughts? Are you critically examining the topic of consciousness? So let us learn by doing. Experiential learning. Experiential learning is an effort of consciousness. So if you are conscious here right now, so it means that you are practicing consciousness. If your mind is here, going here and there, and you cannot control yourself, your mind is taking you to some other important matters, other urgent matters. So control it. If your mind controls you, why you do not control your mind? Because you are the totality of your body, mind, soul, and heart. So I'm giving you the first secret of consciousness. The first secret of consciousness. That when your mind controls you, so you control your mind. How? Because mind is 25% of yourself. Please write it. Mind, your brain, the function of your brain is called mind. So your mind is only 25%. Roughly speaking, your mind is 25%. Then 25% is your body. You have body. Touch your body. You have body. Body is there. Your physicality is there. It is a reality. And then you have your heart, your emotions. Though emotions also come from mind, but we can divide it. Mind, pure mind, rationality, and emotionality. So for the sake of discussion, let us divide ourselves into heart, mind, body, and the fourth one is spirit. The fourth one is spirit, which is your soul, your energy, vital force. Why I am speaking? Why you are conscious? Is it because of your body? Yes. Is it because of your mind? Yes. Is it because of your heart? Yes. Is it because of your spirit? Yes. So the combination of these four things make us conscious. If one is going here and there, so there will be no consciousness. This is the first secret. So you have to strike a balance. You have to bring together all these four on one platform. You have to bring all these four on one platform. This is the biggest challenge. If you have some pain in your tooth or in your ear or in your eye, if you have some problem, or you have problem in your stomach, here is stomach, I think, yeah. So if you have problem in your stomach, you are hungry, so no consciousness, because you are there hunger. I want to eat, I need eating. Forget about these philosophies. I need to eat something. I am thirsty, I want to drink water. So your body is demanding water and food, so no consciousness. If you have some pain, some disease, some problem in your body, so your body will not let you to concentrate on some other thing. So you have to bring your body, and then you have to bring your mind, and then your heart, your emotions. Are you emotionally attached to this topic, or your emotions are somewhere else? So if you get yourself emotionally involved right now here, that for the coming 30 minutes, I am here to understand the topic of consciousness, so that I become conscious. And similarly, if you have some energy problem, some spirit problem, spirit is basically energy. I am also conducting research that soul, spirit, energy, force, power, all these things are one thing, and that is energy. Because if I cannot speak with energy and you cannot listen with energy, though your body, heart and mind are here, but there will be no consciousness. So number one secret is that if you want to become conscious, so you have to be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually involved. All the four dimensions. This is the first conclusion. If one of these four is here and there, so your self is divided. Your self is divided. So when your self is divided, you cannot concentrate. And when you cannot concentrate, so there is no consciousness. This is logical. Very, very simple. You know, sometimes the simple things are the most complicated. We can understand big things, but we do not understand very, very simple realities of life. You know, consciousness, this is the most familiar thing, consciousness, but the most mysterious as well. We talk about consciousness all the time. Consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. But can we define it? Do you know what is consciousness? And it is so complicated. It is so complex. And it is also so familiar. All of us, we want to be conscious, but we can't. Because our body, mind, heart and soul, these four dimensions of our personality, of our self, these are divided. Our body has one craving, and then our mind that has another cognition, another thought process. And if we go in details, so we are astonished that how divided we are. So the reality is that when physicality, spirituality, emotionality, and your mentality, when all these things come together, so we are conscious. A hungry man is an angry man. A hungry woman is a angry woman. So a hungry person is, you cannot expect consciousness from that person. Poverty is the root of all evils. So we have to understand all these fundamentals, all these basics. Once you understand the basics, the fundamentals, then you can construct the building. Chun nehat memar diwar kaj, ta suraya meeravat diwar kaj. If the first stepping stone, the first foundation stone, that is wrong, that is tilted, so you may go till sky, but you cannot become erect. You won't be straight. So that is the problem of consciousness. That is the problem of consciousness, because our subconscious and unconscious is so much active that we cannot become conscious. So another secret is that we have to control our unconscious and our subconscious. Then we can become conscious. If your unconscious is so strong, your childhood memories, your childhood experiences, maybe your family, your peers, your friends, they have maltreated you. You have not got best treatment from your family when your unconscious was under construction, and now that has been constructed. So your unconscious or subconscious dominate your conscious. Your memories, your past, your experiences, your turmoils, the way you were disturbed, the way you were dilapidated, the way you were extirpated from your reality, the way your innocence, because when a child is born, so child is helpless. It is very simple. A child is very, helpless. A child cannot eat. A child cannot educate himself or herself. A child has to depend on the family, on the environment, on the surrounding. So please, your age may be 20, 25, 30, 40, whatever. But if you find children, focus on their upbringing in an excellent way so that their unconscious is not malformed. Their unconscious, that is not deteriorated. Dirty things are not put there. They are creative, they are critical, they are, innocent, they are natural, they are simple, and they get what they want, and all their wishes are materialized so that they have a clean unconscious, and when they become conscious after 10, 15 years, so then there is no clash between the unconscious and the conscious. It's a big problem, the clash between the conscious and the unconscious. So we have to, take care of our youngsters, of our children, so that they do not get wrong education, they do not get wrong training, so they do not have problems the way you are. You are not learning. You have memory problems. You have focus problems. You have concentration problems. You have attention problems. You cannot remember what you read. You have a lot of, issues, personality issues. Why developed countries, they are developed? Because they focus on primary education. Right from the beginning, their training of the children, that is excellent. And when those children, they reach to 18 years, they are completely adult, legally proper human beings. 18 years, they are totally adult, legal, mature. They can decide. They have decision power in their hands. And our people in 30 years, 35 years, they are still mummy, daddy, this, that. They do not have that strength of personality, that strength of character. So another problem is the clash between unconscious and conscious. Whatever the teacher is doing, whatever Naeem Khan is doing, but you are not getting, you are not changing, because your unconscious is so stubborn, it is so stagnant, it is so stationary, it is so solid that my things, if I'm penetrating, it is not going inside because it is totally blocked. No education, no teaching can help. And now another very, very important thing is that what is consciousness? This is very difficult to define what is consciousness. But in simple language, when we say that consciousness is awareness of your internal and external existence. Consciousness is awareness of your internal and external existence. When you are aware internally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, what is going on. And when you are aware, fully aware, what is going on externally in the environment, in your surrounding, you are intelligent. You understand the demands of the situation. So you are aware, and when you are aware, so you are conscious. Now consciousness is awareness plus response. Consciousness is awareness plus response. When you are aware, and you can respond as well. For example, once again, let us do the experiment of consciousness right now. Are you aware what I am speaking? Are you getting every word, every sentence, every phrase? Are you going into details what I am telling you? So if you are absorbing, you are assimilating, you are understanding each and every bit of this information, so you are conscious. Are you aware? And when you are aware, so you are also responding. Because responsible people respond. Responsible people respond. Responsibility and response come from the same root. As consciousness, conscious, come from the word con, C-O-N, con, and sire, S-C-I-R-E. S-C-I-R-E. And from sire comes science. Science, sire, conscious, all these come from the same root. So science means that you are aware. When there is a scientist, so scientist is highly aware person. Scientist is systematic, scientist is organized, scientist is objective, and scientist is a keen observer. Newton, he was a scientist. So Newton could observe the nature, and that's why he is such a great scientist. So science come from the sire, S-C-I-R-E, and the conscious, the S-C-I-R part comes from the same sire. So if you want to become conscious, you have to become scientist. Not the traditional professional scientist that you go to laboratory and you are conducting experiments, but you have to be very, very keen observers. If you are not keen observers, you cannot become conscious. That is here really and highly important. Now, we have different degrees and orders of consciousness. But the most important degree, the most important category of consciousness is right now. Wherever you happen, if you are sleeping, so are you sleeping deeply? Are you sleeping in a way that when you get up in the morning and you are quite fresh? Or you had a disturbed sleep? If you are listening to me, and are you listening to me consciously, properly, appropriately, with 100% involvement? So there are different degrees. Are you aware of your responsibilities as a human being? That you are social animal, you are talking animal, you are political animal, you are rational animal. So as a human being, are you conscious of your responsibilities? As a student, are you conscious of your responsibilities? As a father, as a mother, as a brother, as a sister, as a citizen, as a shopkeeper, as a customer, are you conscious of your responsibilities? So there are different degrees. A shopkeeper must be conscious of the environment of his or her shop. Similarly, a student must be conscious of his or her responsibilities as a student. So there are different degrees, and there are people, they are conscious of the whole universe, cosmic order. They are conscious of the planets, stars, astronomy, astrology, cosmology, sun, stars, galaxies, constellations, Milky Way. So some people, they are even not conscious of their washroom. Their washroom has a dirty smell, and questions will be at the end of the session. Don't ask questions. I have written, because you are not conscious, I have written you clearly that ask questions when I ask you to ask questions. Now note whatever is new and useful for you. This is called consciousness. Whatever is new and useful, note it. Wait when the question answer, because your unconscious is pushing you, ask question. Why you are not getting what I am telling you? Why you are not concentrating? Because you are just here to ask a question, to make yourself visible and to ask a question. And maybe you are genuine, you are authentic, you are a true person and you want to ask a question, but hold on. Patience, slowly and gradually, because conscious people, they understand what is the demand of the situation. Now at this time I am describing what is consciousness, what are the orders and the categories and the degrees of consciousness. So some people, they are not conscious even of their washroom, of their bedroom, of their ears, of their teeth. They are not conscious. And some people, they are taking care of the whole world and they are taking care of the whole universe. So when you are internally connected and you are externally connected to your existence, so your existence internally, what is going on, and you have peace of mind, and your spirit, your soul, that is also with calm, tranquility, serenity, and everything is all right. And then we come to the external existence, that what is the demand of the situation. So if you become conscious that your time and energy that you are spending unconsciously and still you are getting some response, so if you become conscious of your responsibilities, so what miracles you will be producing. So my today's session was to make you conscious of consciousness. Conscious of consciousness. Consciousness is a big challenge. Machines are not conscious, but machines are more efficient and they are more effective. They are fast, they are rapid, they are smart, they contribute more, they produce more, they are more productive. But the only thing that machines do not have, that is consciousness. They are not conscious. Human beings are conscious. But when you are not conscious, so you are also a machine. You are also a machine. You are also an animal. Even animal is also a bit aware, because animal also has got nervous system. Animal also has got what is good, what is bad. A dog knows what is the good quality of beef and what is the bad quality of beef. So sometimes human beings, they become stones, they become rocks, they become so, they go so down. And sometimes, they become so much involved in the fantasies and they are so much involved in the imagination that they lose hold of the reality, demand of the situation. So let us strike a balance. Let us strike a balance that we are not angels, we are not jinns, we are not air, we are not stars, and at the same time we are not insects, we are not stones, we are a middle way, the golden mean of Aristotle, we are in the middle. So we must be aware of our awareness, and this is called super consciousness. Super consciousness. The problem is that we do not strike balance. Either we fly too much or we go down too much, and we are not at the middle degree. So when you are aware that what is going on around you and what is going on inside you, so you are a conscious person. Otherwise, you are unconscious, you are unaware, you don't know exactly what you have to do according to the situation. So now you can ask questions, please. If you have any question regarding consciousness, regarding personality development, regarding your body, mind, heart and soul, or whatever comes in your mind, so you can now ask questions. Kindly elaborate that our neurological system correlation with consciousness. You know, one of the synonym of consciousness is mind. Psychologists, philosophers, neuroscientists, they are confused that what is consciousness. So different people, they explain it differently. It's a very mystery. Consciousness is a mystery. But those people, they understand this mystery, they become masters. Because from mystery you go to mastery. This whole universe, this whole world, it is a mystery. Things are not so easy. It is not like 2 plus 2 make 4. Things are complicated, complex. You have to do your own research, and then you can get the answers to so many questions. So one of the Bermuda Triangle, one of the biggest humanity problem is to understand what is consciousness. It's a very, very difficult thing. And those who become conscious of consciousness, they become masters because they have mastered the mystery. So no doubt, simply speaking, our mind is the function of our brain, and our brain is part of our central nervous system. And our central nervous system have neurons. There are neurons, and there are, we have receptors. We connect with the outside environment. We get sense data. The sense data which is we get, then we have neurotransmitters, and that data is processed by brain, and then we have the output. If brain is like an app, like any application, any app like WhatsApp or any way app, and we click and we get whatever we want, so that will be quite possible. And there is, a lot of research is going on to equate brain with an app. As we can apply, we can use any app, any application. Why we cannot use our brain? Why it is so complicated? This is a big mystery. So yes, neurological correlation is there. Our neurons, our neurotransmitters, our nervous system, our perception, our conception, our all these things are interrelated to consciousness. So questions, please. Now only questions, no comments. Sir, how can we decrease or mitigate our mind distractions? Yes, consciousness is the solution. Consciousness is a mystery. Why in the last 5,000 years we have just 1,000 philosophers or 500 scientists? Today on the world, on this planet, we have 8 billion people. 8 billion people. How many of them are famous? Because when you are not famous, you are not conscious and you are not successful. Fame is important for success. How many we know? We know Trump, we may know few other people. You may know Naeem Khan, I may know Rai Qamar Abbas. But very few people, they are leaders, they are intellectuals, they are philosophers, they are scientists. Why? They are writers. In Pakistan, 220 million people. 220 million people. We do not have a single one world-class intellectual, world-class scientist today. If you have, show it to me. Because people are not conscious. Because we have distractions. We do not have our focus on things which matter and which do not matter. Because we are living like stones and like animals. Small things can attract us. And all distractions are attractions, but they are distractions. All distractions are attractions, but they are ultimately distractions. Now, listening to this highly philosophical, intellectual discussion, and then you have your TikTok or your Likey or your WhatsApp or your social media, and then the girls are dancing and music and jokes and local politics and this and that. Which one is more attractive? That depends. How conscious you are, whether gold is more attractive or stones are more attractive. Gold is very less. 1 gram, 10 grams of gold and a big mountain of stones, both are equal in value, but very few people can reach to gold because we all are playing with the peoples. So my simple answer to the question of distraction is to improve your quality of consciousness. What things attract you? New terminologies, definitions, philosophies, science, intellectual discussions, academic learning. Are these things important for you? Are these Likey and TikTok and small, usual dramas, novels and things like that? Local politics, sensationalism, this happened, that happened. How someone make consistency in his behavior? No, everybody is doing consistency. I am consistently speaking on this Facebook timeline. I am updating my status. I am writing. I am posting. I am speaking. I am eating. I am drinking. I am sleeping. You can't say that you are not consistent or I am not consistent. Everybody is consistent. Problem is the degree of consciousness, the order of consciousness, high order consciousness or low order consciousness. So, Engineer Faisal, are you not consistent? Are you not sleeping consistently once in 24 hours? Are you not eating 3-4 times daily? Why not? So we are all consistent. But the quality matters. In what thing you are not consistent? So what you are doing, what we do repeatedly, that is our reality. What we do repeatedly, that is our reality. So that is your reality. A child will choose a toy. A child will choose a toy, and a grown-up will choose something more important. So there is no solution to consistency. It is only to change your quality. Can we bring change in our consciousness? Yes, Fawad Ahmed. We can bring change in our consciousness. Otherwise, I would be not speaking today on the topic of consciousness. Why I am speaking today on the topic of consciousness, that yes, we can bring change in our consciousness. How? Meditation. Company of nice, like-minded people. Repetition. Changing our standard of body, mind, heart and soul. What your body like? What kind of food you want? Don't you want some relishing, some kind of excellent quality of food? Yes, you want some very, very good food for your body, for your mouth, for your esophagus, for your stomach, for your throat. So why not quality material for your mind? Why not quality material for your emotions? Why you some small things make you emotional? Why your emotions do not have standard? Why your spirituality does not have any standard? So we can become conscious when we change our sphere of influence. When we decide what is our priority, what matters and what does not matter to me. Sir, does it not disturb? Does it not disturb? What kind of English it is? Doesn't disturb my conscience when I comment while listening to you, because commenting divides my attention. No, because you are commenting what I am speaking. If you are commenting irrelevantly, then yes. But this commitment is involvement of your body. Your body is physically involved, and when you are commenting, so you are listening to me properly so that you may not comment wrong. Just listening is not the solution. You have to participate. So questions please now, only questions. Sir, if I write wrong spellings, does it mean that I'm not? Yes, because while reading, read for writing. When you read, so you have to focus on the spelling of the word, pronunciation of the word, structure of the sentence. You have to focus on each and every dimension of the sentence. So when you read, read for spellings. When you write, so your spellings will be all right. What is the assessment criteria for consciousness? The assessment criteria of consciousness is your productivity. What are you producing? What are you contributing? What are your tangible results? If I am a conscious speaker, so you can decide the quality of my speaking, whether my speaking that is according to the situation, whether it is appealing, whether it is pleasant, whether it is useful or not. So productivity. What is your contribution on this planet? What are you contributing? What are you adding to the already existing things? What you are adding to Facebook? What you are adding to Google? What are you adding to your family? What are you adding to your society, to your community, to your country, to your world, to your globe? So the more you are conscious and the higher quality you have, so the same will be your contribution. Sir, how to analyze the syllabus of CSS 12 subjects? How to analyze? Just read them. There is no need of analysis. There are already the topics. The topics are there. You must know the definitions, introduction, and you must know the basic description. Is it consciousness that direct our lives? If it's why so much hustle and bustle, disturbance, and an existential threat to human beings? So those people, as in the beginning I said, they can strike a balance in their bodies, minds, hearts, and souls, so there will be no disturbance. If my body is getting proper food, balanced diet, and I am getting exercise, and I am utilizing my physical energy, and my hormones are active, my all those oxytocin and other great hormones are secreting in my body, my circulatory system, my digestive system, my excretory system, everything is going well. Why I will be having existential threat? If my mind is receiving great knowledge, my mind is I am studying philosophy, I am studying great sources of wisdom, so my mind is happy. Similarly, if I have my spirit, my energy that is alive, and I am contributing, I am changing myself and I am changing others, why I will be having a threat to my existence? So forget about humanity. The problem is EDUA, E-D-U-A, egoism, deontology, utilitarianism, altruism. Humanity or altruism comes at the end. What about you? What you are doing? The problem is that we take care of others, but we ignore ourselves. So first comes first. Self comes first. Please differentiate consciousness and subconsciousness. Now, Shakil Khan, these are different terminologies of psychology. What today I am discussing, consciousness. This has nothing to do with the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, or the id, ego, superego of Sigmund Freud, though they are related. Consciousness is a philosophical, scientific, spiritual, psychological topic. Consciousness means that are you aware of your surrounding? Are you responding to your internal and external existence? Are you intelligent? Can you respond to the demands of the situation? So this is called consciousness. Because if you have your exam after 2 months, so are you conscious of your duties? Or you are just postponing and distractions and procrastination, inconsistency, and you have a lot of personality issues. So today my topic is consciousness. However, to briefly respond to your question, we have when a human being is born as a baby, so as a baby we have our nervous system. We use our senses. We can use our eyes, our ears, but we do not have our consciousness in the sense that we do not have knowledge. We do not have conception. We cannot interpret what is going on around me. So at that time, according to the theory of empiricism, empirical approach, tabula rasa, a child is born with clean slate. So family, first mother, brothers, sisters, father, extended family, they are feeding you, giving you things, and you are receiving it. So what you are receiving as a child, that is your subconscious or unconscious. After 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, you start interpreting things for yourself. You do not remain dependent on your family or society or your school or your college, and you now have awareness, consciousness, that I can decide on my own, I can interpret things the way I want. So the one which was made in your childhood, that was your subconscious. The one you are doing now, that is your conscious. How to make unconsciousness clean of weak ideas stored there? Very good question, Habib Nawaz Inqilabi. I have responded to this question also earlier. It is very, very, very difficult to change your unconscious or subconscious. Very difficult. This is why education is so difficult, learning is so difficult, leadership is so difficult, and this is why there are very few people who are successful and who are leaders in the world. Very few intellectuals. Very few. Why? Because the way we develop our unconscious, it is so hard to break. Very, very hard to break. So for a teacher like me or you or other person, it is very difficult to penetrate, open the minds, the memory, and put things there, and then they can reproduce it. So according to my research, and I have read it somewhere also, that you can make your unconscious clean and you can improve only and only by 3 methods. There are only and only 3 methods. Number 1 is meditation. Meditation is a conscious effort when you read your mind regularly. And then company of nice, like-minded people, at least for 5 years. If you remain with me for 5 years continuously, maybe I can change your unconscious. And the third thing is repetition. Repetition. Repeatedly I have to say the same thing. Repeatedly bombarding you. Repeatedly. So your mind one day become aware and the things get stuck. The problem is that we do not have patience to change our unconscious. We want shortcuts, quick fixes, quickly everything, and it doesn't happen. Even your unconscious is built in 5, 6, 7 years. It takes time. And now to destroy, because your teacher comes in your life when you are already 6, 7 years old. And then the quality of teachers. What kind of teachers we have in our primary education? So when you come when in your life a good teacher comes, you are already 20, 25 years. So how that 20, 25 years dirt can be cleaned in one day? No. So meditation, company of nice, like-minded people, and repetition. Sir, how to convert failure into success? How to discover the power to overcome failures? So, yesterday I gave a lecture on my YouTube, Nehemians, the Home of Knowledge. And there I said that, people who are working consistently, consciously, like a smart person, and they do repeatedly nice things, so then they can become great people. But motivation is not the answer. Action in right direction is the best motivation. Action in right direction is the best motivation. So if you are just listening to me and other motivational speakers and you feel good for few minutes and later on you are the same person, so that is not possible. You have to attach yourself with a program. That's why our university education, that is around 20, 25 years. Primary education, secondary education, higher education, and then you become educated formally. Physical things are very easy. That's why the people, children, they prefer to earn money digging the streets the whole day for 500 rupees, but they do not want to go to school. Because in school there is learning. You are using your mind, and using mind is not for everybody. Because basically we are animals. We love physicality. Why sex is so attractive? Everybody wants to do sex. Everybody wants to do kissing. Everybody wants to do eating. Because all these are pleasures. And pleasures are physical. Very few people can have intellectual pleasures. So Majid Khan, my advice to you is attach yourself to a program, and then you can convert your failures into success. There are no short routes. There are no quick fixes, no shortcuts. Sir, mysticism has any relation with consciousness? Please elaborate this term. Mysticism. Mysticism comes from mystery. Mystic. Mystery. So mysticism tries to demystify. Demystify. For example, we have a lot of secrets, and we also have a lot of open secrets. Everything is not secret. My body is not secret. You can see me. You can see my beard. You can see my fingers. You can see my face. Is it secret? No. Because it is physical. Now, what is inside my mind? Now, according to the, I forgot exactly the wording, anakadabra, what is in your mind, that will be your word. Because thought creates things. Thought creates things. So there is a relationship between your thoughts and your words and your actions, but it is not always the same. We have a lot of thoughts, very few words, and very, very few actions. So there are mysteries. What is in my mind? What is in my heart? What is in my soul? So physical things are very clear. If you have a very good dish and you eat it and you enjoy it, so you see it, you feel it. But spiritual things, mystical things, they are deep, deep down. So mysticism is a system to understand those mysteries. Because human being by nature is curious. We want to know what is going on inside, not only the outside. So the inside dimension of human personality, that is discussed by mysticism and spirituality, Sufism. There are so many names. Esoteric. There is another thing, esoteric. Parapsychology. As today we discuss consciousness. So consciousness is basically your senses. When your senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your touch, when these are working, so you are conscious. I am Naeem Khan talking to you. Are you listening to me or not? Are you conscious or not? Are your ears working or not? Is your brain working or not? So this is consciousness. But when we go inside, there are a lot of kingdoms that we have to discover. And those kingdoms are discovered by mysticism. Is there any difference among concentration, consciousness and self-discipline, because all are demanding certain behavior and discipline? Very good question, Somro. These are interrelated, but technically different. Consciousness is your awareness of your internal and external existence. Internal and external existence, when you become aware of it, so you are conscious. Now, what are the tools of consciousness? One of the tools of the consciousness is concentration. If you are concentrated right now, so it will lead you to consciousness. Another tool can be self-discipline. Can you control yourself? Naeem Khan is speaking live. This is an opportunity for me. Come on, get benefit out of it. Let us participate. Let us ask questions. And yourself is telling you, no, come on, yaar, have some nice lunch or dinner, or have some nice food or drink, or talking to my friends and gossips and social media, and a lot of things are going on. So why not I should go there? Why here? No. Sit here. If he is sitting here talking to me, why I should not sit? So this is called self-discipline. So self-discipline, concentration, and there are other tools which take you to consciousness, which is the supreme things of all these. Gawadar. Again, Gawadar is related to the consciousness of Pakistan. If we are conscious, if the people of Balochistan, they are conscious, and they know that Gawadar is a port where the ships should come and go according to the international regulations, so yes, it will change. But if you think that there will be some miracles and some things will happen from the sky, and as China has come, so all our problems will be resolved. Basically, nations progress when they are conscious. If you are not conscious, so you cannot get progress. No problem, no Rose Baloch. Consciousness can be applied on your body. Consciousness can be applied on a nation. Consciousness can be applied on the whole world. Which is ultimate and the most comfortable to us among spirituality, Sufism and religion and atheism. Irshad Naveed Mirza. Basically, the question is consciousness. Are you conscious? Are you conscious of spirituality? Are you conscious of Sufism? Are you conscious of religion? Are you conscious of atheism? Consciousness means complete awareness. As Plato and Socrates, they say that knowledge is virtue. Knowledge is virtue. So when you know, as I told you in the beginning of this discussion, that consciousness comes from sire, S-C-I-R-E, and from the same sire comes science. From the same sire comes science. Once you fully understand, when you fully know, when you are 100% conscious, what is spirituality? Now, Sufism is not spirituality. Spirituality is not Sufism, because Sufism is based on religion. 95% Sufis, they are Muslims. There may be 5% Sufis who are not Muslims. So to be a Sufi, you must be a Muslim. A non-Muslim cannot become Sufi. Though there are examples. I was in Canada and I met some non-Muslim Sufis, and they declared themselves that we are Sufis, but we are not Muslims. But very few, 5%, 2% people who are Muslims, who are not Muslims, but they are Sufis. Spirituality is spirit. Spirit means energy, vital force. Anybody can become spiritual. There is no need of any particular religion for that. You can be Christian, you can be Jew, you can be Hindu, you can be Muslim, you can be Shia, you can be Sunni, whatever, but you can be spiritual. So this is why in my system we have SPAL, double S-P-A-L. Double S-P-A-L, SPAL means science, spirituality, philosophy, art, and law. For me, these five are realities. Double S-P-A-L, science, spirituality, philosophy, art, and law. These five things, this is the purpose of my life, the goal of my life. I investigate, I conduct research, I use my time and energy on these five things. Spirituality is one of them. Now religion, that is from God to a prophet and a prophet to people. So in religion, supernatural entity or entities, they are involved. For example, Islam, 1400 years back, the prophet claimed that I received revelation, and then he gave a holy scripture to the people and also some of his sayings. So that made the religion of Islam. And then people, they say that we have Sikhism. So Guru Nanak, his system was converted into Sikhism. Though Sikhism is a religion which does not differentiate between sacred and non-sacred, between holy and unholy. This is why there is no worship in Sikhism. But religion generally, there are three important prerequisites for religion: belief, worship, and morality. All these three factors are common in all religions of the world. Now Buddhism, Taoism, Shintoism, Confucianism, these are not religions because there is no God. Buddha never claimed that God gave me this thing and now I am transmitting it to you. Confucianism or Taoism, they never claimed these things. For example, Tao. Tao means the way. So, the way of nature. That is called Taoism. So, I hope you got the message. Atheism means that there is no God, the God of religion. But many atheists, they believe in a supernatural entity or entities or a vital force. For example, the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma. Now, force is directly proportional to mass and acceleration. If you apply faster the force, the more will be the acceleration. So how this whole universe is moving? How there is moment, acceleration, velocity, speed, motion, how the things happen. Gravity, that there is gravitational forces, and there is some vital force, there is some nature, sun, helium, hydrogen, science, all these explanations that how the things work. Religion was a simple solution. God does everything. Atheism focuses on science, that science should explain how everything works. There is a plant, so an atheist will say that this plant is green, this plant has carbohydrates because of photosynthesis, because sunlight comes and it combines with carbon dioxide, and then we get oxygen and carbohydrates. And a religious person will say, no, it is God. God does everything. So no comparison. It is your consciousness, how fully you understand these things. صابر یوسف زئی ډیره مننه. زه په انګلیسي ژبه کې خبرې ځکه کومه چې ډېر خلک په دې باندې پوه شي او ټوله نړۍ چې زما خبرې واوري، نو ځکه په دغه ژبه کې خبرې کوم. پښتو چې دا هغه زما مورنۍ ژبه ده، زما د مور ژبه ده، چې زه خپل مور سره مینه کوم، د پښتو سره به هم مینه کوم. ډېره مننه. نن موږ دا خبره وکړه چې یو سړی یا ښځه هغه به څنګه د ځانه خبر شي، خبرتیا د خپل ځانه خبر شي چې کم شي کې زما خیر دی، په کم شي کې زما لپاره شر دی، کم کار زه کولی شم، کم کار زه نشم کولی، کم کار ماله پکار دی، کم کار ماله نه دی پکار، چې دا پوهه، دا روزنه دا په مونږ کې راشي. What difference between imagination and consciousness? Imagination is your use of mind and fantasies, fanciful things, and in a positive way. Imagination is always positive, beautiful, attractive, lovely. So that is called imagination. When you use your mind and you use your curiosity, you are sitting here and you are imagining that you are in Australia and your mind takes you to Australia, so that is imagination. And consciousness brings you back. No, here, right now. No Australia for the time being. So imagination is not something bad. Imagination is something good because it is positive. And sometimes you imagine and then your consciousness take you there. So already I defined self, that self is the sum total of our body, mind, heart and soul. What is inqilab? Revolution, evolution, devolution. These are different types of change. So inqilab is revolution, a sudden change. Thank you everybody, thank you. I think I don't see our transcendentalism and intuitionism included in consciousness. No, not that much. Transcendentalism and intuitionism takes you to the realm of nature, and when you go to nature, it is transcendentalism. When the nature comes to you, it is intuitionism. So I will be discussing on these two topics some other time. So I hope I answered all the questions. Is God a creative scientist too? Actually, science means that there is observation and there is experiment, and then we make a law, we make invention, we make an object, we make a machine. That is called science. So in that sense, no. If you have some issues related to SAFE, which is online educational system, I am also contributing there. So discuss those things there. It is my timeline, my personal timeline. So no discussions on my office or my other activities. According to Guardiola, people cannot perceive reality in their current condition because they do not possess uniform consciousness. Can you define uniform consciousness? These are just terminologies. Uniform consciousness, basically when you are conscious, so you are automatically uniformed. But he is right that already I mentioned we are divided. We are divided. We have so many tastes, so many priorities, so many needs. So we cannot focus at one place. We have so many weaknesses. So strong people, they become conscious, and when they become conscious, so they get what they want. So all the best, my dear friends. Take care. It was a nice discussion, and the issue is that to be conscious and to understand consciousness, that is not easy. Only few people who can become leaders, they become conscious. Otherwise, we are living a life of animality. We are just like animals or other parts of the nature. Human being, when becomes conscious, do great things, achieve things which are beyond our imagination. So today my basic purpose was to make you conscious of consciousness. Make it a buzzword of your life, so that when you guys do anything, ask yourself, am I conscious? Am I doing it wholeheartedly? Am I providing my total force, my energy, my focus, my concentration on this particular task or not? So when you do it, you are conscious of your responsibilities, and you are responding to the demands of your internal existence and external existence. And when you are aware and you are responding interaction in the real action, so you are conscious.